Hello, a courthouse kidnapping, followers, supporters, viewers, etc. Welcome. This is a weird video that just stemmed from something that happened this morning that isn't sitting right with me because I'll explain. So, first of all, this is insane. This whole thing with the kids and the ostracization of one person from a cult like group of people that most people would call a family over money, property, spite, power. If you look at the grandparents in the situation, there's nothing else but those four things. So, since I've been doing the content creation stuff and all of it, this fun journey that we're all on together and bringing you guys with me, there are like little ways that you can see who's been looking at your page, even if they don't follow you or like do anything on your page. And the reason that I want to make this video is because I don't have really a place to have a voice in everything that's going on in my daughter's home, or really anything that's going on in my daughter's home. I don't know very much about what's going on in my daughter's home. The reason is because I don't pry at her. I don't. It is not Ramona's job to mediate adult conflicts. It's no child's job to do that. My children have already been put in the middle unknowingly of so much conflict that has nothing to do with them by very selfish and narcissistic people. So I don't really know. What I know about the mother figure in my daughter's home is the extent of what she told me with her own mouth. And Emily and I, when all of this began, she was hanging out with me. I'm a very welcoming person, especially when it's going to come to someone who's going to be in a parenting position for my child. That should be a team effort. There's no room for animosity between adults when there's a child to protect. And I don't understand why other adults can't come together and see that. It's, how could you dislike me more than you love your own child? Like, I don't understand it. It doesn't register to me. I can't resolve that in my head because it just doesn't make any sense. And then after Josh got back, because remember, if you go back and look at all the other videos, Josh wasn't really involved in this custody stuff. He made it purposely so that he would be deployed. And he started all of this right before and at the very beginning of his deployment by signing power of attorney over to his crazy mother. I actually feel bad for Emily. I'm not going to lie. Because of the family that she has now been pulled into. that all the problems and all the crazy was there before her, and they're going to use her as a scapegoat just like they did me. Now, granted, is Emily perfect? No, she's a felon. There's no reason why a woman who told me with her own mouth that she didn't show up to her own custody hearings to be able to spend every Christmas with my baby when I was right there. I would have slept on the steps of the courthouse if I had to be there for all my custody. Nothing could have stopped me. Yeah, that's messed up. I would hope as a woman, she can be objective and step outside and try to see it from my point of view, that it's really messed up. And I do my best to separate that resentment from all of this, because I understand as a rational person that Emily didn't do this. She didn't cause this. We need to give credit exactly where it's due. My qualms with Emily are that she didn't do anything when he got back to stop what has happened over the last 3 years. And that makes me have no respect for this woman. If you go watch my video on this channel, I think I called it My Baby's New Mom or something like that. I say right at the beginning, I did not want to make this video. I do not. It's crazy that the way the nastiness spreads, and that's the point of this video right now that I'm doing. So it's just so unnecessary and it's so uncalled for. I was talking to Eric or somebody yesterday, or Billy Joe, I don't remember, someone. And if I were to run in to one of my children and Jennifer or Josh or Emily or Chris or any of them, my child would get a hug first, but so would the other people, even if they're not my favorite people, because I'm not going to make my kid feel weird. I don't do that. All of this generated trauma in my child, in both of my children, that was so unnecessary. There's a reason they've kept me away for 3 years. Think about it like that. Anyways, so this morning I was scrolling, overlooking, and a very familiar last name popped up. And I clicked it to see who it was. It was Emily's mom, which was, I assumed it was someone related to her, so the same last name. And then when I clicked on thing, not the profile, but the cover pictures, her and her daughter. Is actually a really pretty picture. Emily's really pretty. She's red hair in this picture. Okay, back on track. And I blocked her. And I feel so horrible about it because I don't even know her. I've never met her. She hasn't done anything to me. Even if she was lurking on my page, I don't know the context. Maybe she was looking on my page to try to build a bridge and help some healing happen, which is why I'm so conflicted. It's pretty rare that I get conflicted about people on my block list, adding them. Usually it's kind of a snap decision and I'm very happy with it. But this one has been bothering me because she didn't do anything to me. I've never met her. She could be an absolutely lovely lady. But my own mom heart and knowing what I have to protect and everything that's happened, I also feel like that's just me being naive and trying to see good when maybe it's not there, but maybe it is. I'm not going to assume that someone's looking at my page for any kind of nefarious or like nasty purposes just because of who they're related to. And I don't like that I did that. But the other side of me is saying, no, protect yourself, protect everything you've built. It's very conflicting. It just goes to show hate spreads. And I mean, this isn't even hate. This is just, I don't have any feelings towards her. I don't know her. I never met her a day in my life. Like I said, she could be a lovely person. Maybe she was looking at my stuff to reach out and try to help. I don't know, but I feel like it's risky also for me to just assume that also. But the type of people who do stuff like this thrive on the animosity spreading like a cancer throughout the groups and communities around them. I just feel bad. And she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. I just don't know about that. But I hope that if she were looking to like reach out and try to help mediate some stuff and create healing in everyone's lives, that she would send me an email. So if anyone's watching this, tell her. What has happened to me is so bizarre, and my kids is so bizarre. And so many dominoes, like they had to set up these dominoes perfectly for them to fall the way that they did. And the more I look back, the more I see other things that make me think that they absolutely were for quite some time before it actually happened. I mean, why? Joshua and I have been separated for 2 years. I had been asking him for a year. Let's go to the courthouse and finalize our divorce. Like, what are we doing? We already had separation papers signed and everything. Like, we were good to go. All we had to do was go uncontested divorce. Done. Why would you annul a marriage knowing it's going to make your disabled wife and your daughter pretty much homeless? I mean, yeah, she went to stay with my mother, which now that I look, that seems like a whole part of the plan. Because what I haven't told you guys on this channel yet is that when he got back from his deployment, the extra room that Jennifer had that she refused to let me even stay one night in, Joshua moved in there and lived there for months. Emily has spent more time. Even then, Emily was the one that told me about the picture. I mean, she was actually really honest with me. When I was hanging out with her, I didn't feel like I had any reason to judge her. I would never just start stuff with a new girlfriend when we have a child, you know, and we had already been separated for quite some time. Like, no, a child should get more family and protection when someone new comes in the family, not less. It should never be one or the other. More people to love and protect your kid. Yes, please. I mean, I set up family photos when Mona was a baby. Mona was probably 2. Stika was about 6. I set up family photos with me, Mona, Josh, Deacon's dad, and his new girlfriend. And they, oh my God, they turned out cute as shit too. They are the cutest pictures. And it was great. Like, your family should grow. I know that I'm a weirdo and see things differently. People tell me that, I get it. But this seems like common sense to me. The fact that now Emily's mother definitely didn't choose to date Josh. It makes me wonder if, because I know Emily's not being treated well in that family. I know that she isn't. Nobody has to tell me anything for me to already know that, because I was in that position. And they hated me for no reason whatsoever. No reason. 0 reasons. Trust me, guys, I have stories to tell. Crazy. Like, weird. Like, you would never know. Josh seems so normal at first. But I just feel so bad because I am not a big fan of bleeding on people who didn't cut me. And I don't know her intentions. And for me to just assume them feels short-sighted and like a misstep. But then the other part of me as a mother is saying, no, protect everything you've done and what you've built. You've come so far. Protect. I don't know. 3 years. This is crazy. 3 years. Cult-like brainwashing. White-collar crime all throughout those courts with every lawyer that was dealing with my custody case. They were all working together. This is what makes it trafficking. And you know what? Most people, when something like this happens to them, they ask, why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to us? But I think I know why it happened to us. I think it happened to us because the universe or God or whatever anyone believes saw a problem, saw children being harmed, and knew that some weird, crazy, bizarre shit was going to happen to someone loud enough and stubborn enough. Looked around, saw me and my babies and said, y'all, said these kids are strong enough. This mama is stubborn enough, loud enough, doesn't give up on her kids. I will never sit down with my children. I don't care how many people are in front of me. But I do feel bad about that. And I wanted to address it now because it feels like if I don't, that's just going to be one more thing that I will have to explain later to my children. Because if she realizes that I blocked her, she's going to tell Emily, and Emily is going to tell Deacon and Mona, and that this is how it happens. And I don't ever get a voice in anything. They take everything I do and make it seem like disgusting and nasty, which is why I have to protect myself against them. Thank goodness my babies are growing up. They're already beginning to see, and everyone keeps saying, once they get older. No, we're there. Like, we're around the cusp of that now. So, and the rest of the world. And that's why I'm so grateful for all of you. You have no idea. For giving me the strength to speak, for bringing attention to this. Mona's Laws is so important. This can't keep happening to innocent children and innocent mothers and fathers. Litigation trafficking is still trafficking. Children aren't pawns, nor are they weapons, and people aren't property for lawyers to shuffle back and forth. No. The Constitution is supposed to apply to everyone, and right now it doesn't. And I can't sit quiet until that changes, because I survived this. But I have said it in multiple of my videos. The only reason I survived this was because of my education in talk therapy, psychotherapy, neurology, coaching. And I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have to be a damn therapist just to be able to see your kids. That's crazy. I feel bad for blocking Emily's mom because she didn't do anything at all. I mean, there are little weak spots on my page where some people could go on and be not, and she didn't. She was not nasty to me. She not, nothing like that. I don't have any nasty feelings at all towards Emily's mom. I don't have a whole bunch towards Emily, honestly. I'm just disappointed that she hasn't stepped up and done more. I mean, I know she told me to my face, once again, to my face, in the couple months that we hung out before Josh came back, that she was not interested in being anyone's stepmother. But Whether you're interested in being a stepmother or not, there's a child around you who needs protection. Doesn't matter if it's your child or someone else's. You know, it's very disappointing. But we'll stay grateful for all of our blessings, every single one of our challenges. If you haven't subscribed to the vlog channel yet, it's at Always the One Smiling on YouTube. Go do that. When I started that channel, I wanted that to be completely different than this, because the only reason I started even doing videos on here was to talk about my kids. It was never going to be like a future for me. I did not see it that way. But it all ties in together. Like, it was I couldn't keep it there. It's a one-track mind when you haven't seen your babies in 3 years. It's a one-track mind. And that's what pushes the human race forward. And that's what stirs stuff up to provoke change. We'll stay grateful for every opportunity that we have been afforded to contribute to our own species. You know, depending on the way you look at it, that's a very beautiful thing. It's all about perspective. And I want everyone to have a beautiful day. Stay grateful. Thank you guys for watching. You're just amazing. And my heart is so, the credit goes to you. Thank you. Subscribe to both the channels.